Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Thomas back at you with another video, and today I'm going to be discussing Plug Power Inc. I made a previous video on them. As I said before, they're kind of a favorite stock of mine. I do like investing in them. I think they've got a very interesting strategy as far as just future possibilities go. And so, one of my favorites, I think they've got great potential going forwards. But the story that I want to cover is some really big news with the company. So this article on Yahoo, it says that Apex Clean Energy and Plug Power partner on the largest green hydrogen power purchase agreement in the United States. So that's a kind of a mouthful there, but essentially what's happened is Apex Clean Energy, they're one of the largest clean energy companies, has basically teamed up with Plug Power. They have a power purchase agreement, and together they announced a 345 megawatt wind power purchase agreement. And so the big thing with this, and it's here in the article, I'll just go ahead and read it for you guys. The power purchase through the PPA will directly supply a new hydrogen production plant with 100% renewable power. The hydrogen plant, which is being co-developed by Apex and Plug Power, will be the first and largest wind-supplied hydrogen project in the United States, and the largest onshore wind-powered project across the globe. Once operational, the plant is anticipated to produce over 30 metric tons per day of clean liquid hydrogen, enough to fuel the equivalent of over 2,000 light commercial vehicles, over 1,000 heavy-duty Class 8 trucks. And so this is huge for Plug. Now, Apex is not publicly traded, so unfortunately, we're not going to be able to really look into any investment opportunities there. I'm sure they've got some side investments that are possible, but for Plug Power to get into this big industry, to get into this essentially the biggest deal as far as clean energy goes, is massive for the company overall. Like, it's great that they're actually getting this deal and getting it going, because as I covered in the last video, they are looking to replace modern fuel with hydrogen-based fuel, specifically with trucks, semis, and forklifts was also a focus point of theirs. And semis make up one of the biggest means of transportation for goods in the United States alone. It's one of the most efficient ways because it's kind of the middle ground between trains and planes. Planes cost the most and are the fastest, trains cost the least, are the slowest. Semis hit right in the middle there. And so they have a huge advantage if they are able to get into this market. Now, we've discussed before, it's just hydrogen just is not quite there yet, mainly for the reason that it's just very expensive to fill up a vehicle with hydrogen. And so a lot of people are not entirely on board with the idea yet. But I hope that this plant will possibly make it more accessible and make it more affordable for people. And again, we're talking about a future investment here, a big possibility. It says right here, like at the end of the article, as leaders building the hydrogen economy, we are on track to build a first of its kind green hydrogen generation network in North America, alongside an experienced partner, Apex, said Andy Marsh, CEO of Plug Power. This wind-powered green hydrogen plant is important to Plug Power's customers, and to achieve our generation target of 500 tons per day by 2025 and 1,000 tons per day by 2028. That's in the next 10 years, give or take, in a couple of years, give or take. But within the next 10 years, we could be looking at a massive transition of energy. And that's the thing, is with investments, I look to think about what is going to happen in the future. There's a lot of great investments to be made today, without a shadow of a doubt, but I'm more of a long-term investor. I prefer to play it out with what could happen in the future. If this plant is as successful as they're anticipating, I think there's going to be a massive transition. And here's the thing, it may not be the most successful with the everyday consumers. There's no denying that. It's a hard sell to make, without a doubt. Telling people to switch from regular fuel to hydrogen fuel, I'm not sure if we are personally there yet. We're still transitioning into electric vehicles, which still has skepticism from several people. And, no judgment there. Everybody's entitled to have the vehicle that they want. But what is good is that it could be getting into the commercial sector or the commercial industry sector, which is going to be significant. If industries opt to start using cleaner vehicles or start using different means of fueling their vehicles, this is going to be big for Plug overall. If they are getting their foot in the door early like this, I personally see this as a great sign. I think this is great. This is great for the company. This is great for the future. And I really want to see this succeed. I think that this is a really smart decision on their end. They've obviously they've got a tough market to get into there. It's not easy to get into the hydrogen fuel market, but if it becomes a better alternative for companies to use, that's going to be significant. I mean, we hear stories every day about how companies are essentially getting in trouble with the EPA because of choices that they make as far as environmental related activities. But if they can get a cheaper alternative to switch over to a clean fuel, that's going to be the best thing that could probably happen to this company. And so I'm really excited to see what happens. Obviously, they say by 2025, they're going to be producing 500 tons per day. So in 4 years, I guess we'll see exactly what comes of this. But, as for now, I personally am going to be putting more into this company. I'm going to be increasing my stock holding because I really am excited to see what happens. I think this is going to be big. But, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys anticipate from this, maybe what kind of investments you're thinking going forwards. What do you think Plug Power has lying ahead for them in the next 10 years or so? And as always, make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe for future content. Make sure to hit the bell icon so you never miss a video. And I will see all of you guys again in the next video.